Welcome to this Mastery Empowerment course from New Earth One Network. This is designed exclusively for your higher self connection and embodiment.
Aloha everyone, and welcome to this activation for the Eclipse portal, April 2022 with the Amethyst Ray. My name is Merissa Indigo Miracles, and I want to offer you just a hearty welcome and welcoming you to this ray. I was guided to make my background a beautiful bedrock of the amethyst crystal for you all to start to get into the magic of this frequency. And I wanted to just share a little bit of background, a little bit of a code drop on this frequency, what has been coming through, tying this in with some of the astrology of the eclipse, and basically, how are these rays of color coming through to support us for these magnanimous times of a quantum reset, a whole quantum timeline jump opportunity offered through this eclipse portal. This eclipse on April 30th is actually in the sign of Taurus, which is a zodiac sign that is made up of the planets of Venus and Earth. As such, this is going to be one of the most intense eclipse cycles that we have had in a very long time, because Taurus is the physical reality. Oh, yes. So many of you have probably been feeling inklings, activations, invitations, all about change. And eclipses are vast portals of change. Sometimes they say the mantra is expect the unexpected, but there's an element of creation here and co-creation as well with the cosmos, with the universe, with Father, Mother, God. So the last few months, the purple ray has been coming through in my experience through flowers or friends sharing Andara pictures and all kinds of random ways of coming into my experience. And I've been working with the purple ray, just violet fire, letting that kind of circulate and percolate through my consciousness. And then a few weeks into it, maybe about a month into working with the purple ray and receiving a lot of insight about the royalty codes, the divine Christed royalty associated with the color purple, and the invitation to take the purple ray and our own previous ideas of what royalty means, looking at this from more of a Christed and a galactic expanded out viewpoint of what divine royalty or the divine sovereign truly is. And it's an invitation to deprogram more of the patriarchal programming and the matrix programming that we see in the material world of what royal has been historically, at least the last several thousand years for us as a human species. And so it's really a beautiful frequency with this royal purple. So when that started to unpack from my consciousness, then I was shown, actually, this is the amethyst ray. And I was just blown away. It connected a lot for me. Amethyst crystals were actually the first crystals I ever had as a little girl, and was always super drawn, as a little galactic child, to the crystal realm. So it's very interesting now to kind of look back and see, there's always little keys and codes along the way to kind of support our unlocking, to support our sacred remembering on the journey. And here we are at the amethyst ray. So it's just a beautiful invitation for a graduation and to step into whole new physical expressions of being, whether that's creatively, whether that's professionally, using our voice, speaking our truth. There's a lot of amazing initiation that consistently is coming in for us, and it can be very challenging to the human aspects of us. And so we've got this beautiful purple amethyst ray coming in here with that violet holy fire to support us in this purification process. And it's so important. They want me to stress that when we talk about purification, it's not that there's anything inherently wrong or we're doing anything wrong or we need to be fixed. They really want to stress that that's a notion that we can just let go of, and really owning the divine perfection, the patterns of perfection that is our own organic installation in our DNA. This is just about uncovering, about resurrecting. So it's all so incredible. All these codes coming in with such amazing times. We had the Ostara Gateway and Easter, all of that incredible resurrection energy. And this year is really all about that, more revelation, more resurrection of what do we hold as sacred, what is true for us. And with this eclipse in Taurus, it is bringing that element of the value system and trusting our guidance, trusting our desires, trusting into that which is highest aligned, that we can feel that the sacred desires of what we wish our life to look like, feel like, taste like, smell like, the quality of people that we are surrounded by, community and tribe, perhaps a sacred vocation being where our energy goes most pointedly, focused like a laser now in a sacred calling or a divine purpose, or really just going with that soul inkling of this is my yes, this is the strongest yes that I'm receiving that makes me feel so alive. It's really starting to trust. These inklings are coming from the inside, from deep within the higher realms, within the sacred heart, from the soul. And so the amethyst ray is all about supporting us in trusting with massive courage and purity these callings of the soul. So this mastery empowerment course is a very unique creation. I was guided to do an entirely different protocol this time. So we actually have two activations to work with this eclipse portal. One, to begin before working with the amethyst ray, actually working with the gold Christed Sophia ray. So this is a Sophia cosmic Christ. The Lyran beings are here. This actually started to come through for me first before the amethyst ray was actually working with this wonderful Andaran being here that is the heart of Regulus. It has revealed its name, the heart of Regulus, the heart of Leo, the lion. So it's beautiful, courageous energy, these soft golden tones and, pearlescence and iridescence. And I'm going to give you a visual of that here for my background now, because I wanted to show both. So we start, the first activation is actually with this Christed golden ray to support our light bodies, glandular systems, which are really one and the same, to integrate higher and higher levels of light. This is kind of tying in this cosmic weather, the solar weather, the amounts of radiation that we have been receiving from the solar plasma influxes as of late, and will continue. We are in solar maximum. You can look at space weather to learn more about that. There's Solar Ham, or Google the KP index online, and you can start to track the magnetics and seeing what's going on with the space weather, because we are definitely feeling that these upgrades are coming deep from within. And so the gold has to be the first piece in order for us to clear, because as we are upgrading, we're clearing out all of the emotions that we have had before and those that are coming up in the moment to be cleared. We're clearing on behalf of entire collectives, genetic ancestry, and so much of our own, and it's all connected. So that's a lot of clearing for our glandular system. That's a lot of movement of energy and purging and purification of the body temple through energetics. So the gold is extremely powerful working with this gold ray. And we're going to do a beautiful activation that's working with the golden robes to purify the glandular system. We're going to be working gland by gland and unlocking some of the sacred key codes of the glandular system. So that's part one. And then part two is the activation with the amethyst ray, which is going to be so exciting as well. We're bringing in golden dragons, the golden phoenix, and these have shown to be totem soul development and guidance, wisdom keepers, guides to be with us all year long of 2022, as more of the old paradigm continues to dismantle and it gets consistently blurry in the outer worlds. As the 3D matrix is going through its birth process, so are we. And so many of us can feel kind of maybe in that fourth dimension. We're getting ready, exiting the matrix slowly. We're working through all of our things. And so these gold and amethyst rays have come through to support this process and to support ourselves and allowing ourselves to trust our own sacred royal preciousness here as a being, a light being here on this beautiful planet in a very magical time of transition, honoring that for each one of us that received a physical body temple, there are hundreds of thousands of souls who did not. So we are here for a wonderful participation and co-creation on timeship Earth, Gaia herself, new Earth. And so the gold and the amethyst are really about supporting you in this process of clarity and purification, connecting in with your emotions, clearing the energetics of the emotional frequencies from the glandular system to then put on the purple, the beautiful amethyst, to put the crown on a whole new level of our service work and our divine mission. And again, this can be as simple as how you show up at home with your family and with your friends in your local community, to as large as you want to scale this practice, this process. So guys, thank you so much for being here with us for this. And I hope to see you in the course itself. The structure of the course this time, like I shared, we've got 2 activations. There will be an intro video to kind of guide you through the process, and also assign some play work or some homework for you to dive more deeply into the material before starting the activations. And you are welcome to do these both on the same day. If you want to start with the gold activation in the days leading up to the eclipse to really start working with these themes, dissolving the veils, bringing more in, to then know where you're headed for your North Star, for your true north with the eclipse. You're welcome to start before with the gold and then go into the purple and the amethyst before the actual eclipse date. Whatever you want to do. So there's really a lot of fluidity here with this. This is a self-paced, on-demand availability of the content for you to work with what your energy feels is most appropriate. The only rule, if we're going to give a rule, is to work with the gold activation first as the first level, because we're preparing the physical body template and the glandular system for immense light quotient upgrades, which are inevitable with this entire process, let alone this activation. But I'm talking about what's going on with the ascension process and the frequencies that are coming down to the planet. So the glandular clearing is actually a very wonderful practice for you going forward for the entire journey, to make the physical part of it a little bit more pleasant. I know the physical upgrade symptoms can be extremely intense. That's another reason why I was shown to share these wisdoms that have come through for my own journey now, instead of doing a live course, because usually I'm doing live things to be with you all, is because with these power portals, I'm usually just flat doing the gatekeeping and just taking the energies in and seeing what I'm seeing in that moment, and then being able to transcribe them at a later time. So I was really excited to be able to, through the miracles of technology that we have, share these transmissions, these oracle transmissions with you all, to support you in this process of stepping up more and more, allowing more of your authentic love and joy and freedom to come forth and express yourself. And this is how we're building New Earth, which is a beautiful co-creative process. So thank you again so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the course. Take care.
This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in unity consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.